Good afternoon and welcome to the preview of the Happy Valley meeting. There's two jackpots. There's a jackpot and 6-up. Unfortunately, there's unraced in the first leg, so we're ruled out of that. And there's a smallish jackpot in the TT on races 4, 5 and 6. We will be playing in that. It's not a bad meeting. The rail's out in the C+3. This is the worst rail position that they have. The track's reduced by about 55%. There's more grass inside the rail in the unused part than there is on the outside surface. It's hard to make ground from the back of the field and actually win. A couple over the last few times that we've been there on this course have made ground to fall into third, but it's very, very, very difficult to win from back in the field when the rail's in this position. We go to race 1. Not a bad race. Serendipity was a little bit unlucky last start. Ran into a reasonably smart one and chased hard in the straight. It was a decent run. Barrier 8's not going to do it any favours. It needs to get a suck run. Could be working a bit too hard. Great Alexander. Now this one put in a pretty decent effort last start. Crossed from the wide gate, went to the front and held its ground reasonably well. Now it's got barrier 1. When you go through its form, I think it's drawn an alley 2 or 3 times in about 15 runs or whatever runs it. So I think it's about 12 or 15 runs it's had in its life. Never draws a marble, this thing. Finally draws one. That'll probably be reflected in its price. It'll be well in the market, no value, but it's a winning chance. Number 11, Pillow Win. It's also drawn well, and it's getting close to a win. Best of the rest could be Highland Dragon. Interesting, last season this thing was ridden back in the field. It's had a couple of barrier trials at its latest. It went forward and sat on the speed, and it was a pretty decent effort to win that. Now, that's not its normal racing pattern, so it'll be interesting to see if they go forward. There's no value in this race. They're probably going to be the first 4 in the betting, along with probably the top weight Good Smile. But have 9 on top from 7, 11, 5, 1 and 4. We go to race 2 over the 1650. There's a few chances in this. There's a couple that have dropped in grade. One's Fortune always gives them a start, but from barrier 4, Mosse might be able to get a little bit closer than normal. It'll be hard to beat. It'll be well in the market, as will Billion Gains with Preble going back on it. This looks the likely leader from barrier 5. It'll give you a good run for your money. Step High. Last run was a little bit disappointing. Prior to that, its form was good. It's been given a bit of a freshen up. Track works okay. It'll probably be in the finish. Dream Partner's got no form, but track work's been an improvement. May have a chance at a price. The 1 and the 11 dropped in grade. Probably both got some chance to run a place. Not a race I like. 8 on top from 10, 6, 9, 1, 11. Race 3, there's unraced over the 1,000 metres. Unfortunately, the horse that is unraced is probably going to start 1 million to 1. Its trials have been disgraceful. Can't see it being in the market, but our rules are our rules, and we don't play with unraced. We go to race 4, first leg of the TT. Nice, tough opening leg. Meridian Treasure. This is finally drawn a marble. It's missed the kick last start, then went forward. If it jumps evenly, probably set the pace here. It's going to be hard to beat in a race like this. Sunny Pearl, improved effort. Comes here to Happy Valley again. Barrier 1, probably settled a bit closer to the speed than normal. It's got to be a chance. Rainbow Fighter, it's working well and must be a chance in a weak race like this. Of the rest, number 9, Creative Union, runs its best races here, must be included, as does the 2, Fujian Spirit. Now, this has got no form. It's missed the kick badly last start, so it was a big effort to get beaten only a few lengths. If it jumps with him, it'll be interesting to see what he does from barrier 12. If he jumps and gets it into a reasonable position, midfield somewhere, might finish off okay. Same with Season Starts, drawn bad. They're going to have to go back with it. It's got some chance to run in the placings. Wouldn't want to be taken too short a price about it, and of the rest, probably the 11 Red Courage and the 5 Kids and Win. Very tough race. Probably the 7, 8 and 12 and maybe the 1 won't be in the market here. They'll be the 4 roughies. Everything else will be probably under 10 or 12 to 1. Tough race. We go to the middle leg, race 5. Not a bad race. The problem we've got here, it's a 2,200 metre race. They don't run many of these during a season, so it's not easy to put get a guide on these. Probably the best 3 chances are 6 Activism, 7 Hey Hey Posh and 4 Super Strike. They've performed reasonable in this distance range. Super Strike's got probably the best record of all of them, with 3 wins at the distance. Hey Hey Posh, 2 out of 3 in the money at the distance, goes well here. Barrier 1 and Purton going on, that's a big plus. It's going to be hard to beat. And Activism's racing really well, goes good at the track. It's a stronger horse now than the last time it contested the 2,200. It's got to be included. Of the rest, 1, 5, 10, 3 and 11 look the only other ones we could include. I've got 6 on top from 7, 4, 1, 5, 10, 3 and 11. We go to race 6. For me, it looks a 2-outer with number 11, Brave Brother, and number 2, Winnie's Horse. The 2's got the advantage of the good draw as against Brave Brother, which is going to have to probably work wide. There's not a lot of depth in this race. There doesn't appear to be too many winning chances. I think Hawthorn probably leads, and with 50 kilos might give them something to run down. The top weight, Heaven, is a racehorse. It's been improving gradually, and I think that's going to be in the finish. Number 4, My Name is Bond. It's another one that goes well here and must be included. As I say, a race with not a lot of chances. It almost looks a double banker job. Brave Brother, Winnie's Horse, 11 and 2, from 8-1 being the next best 2. Probably 4, My Name is Bond, next after that. And then I think there's a bit of a gap after this. I think probably the 6, the 12 and the 3 look the only other ones that have some winning hope. But it looks on paper a race between 2 and 11, with 8, 1 and 4 being the next best. I think that's probably the skinny leg from a TT point of view. We go to race 7. I found one here that I think they played Ducks and Drakes with first up. Number 6, Cape Canaveral. Now, they produced it first up for the season. He's put it in a 1650 metre race. Never gone past 1200 in its life. Played up before the start. Vet passed it fit to run. Missed the kick and then went forward attacking the lead, and obviously in the straight gave it away. Since then, track work's been really good, and then he put it in a very strong trial against group listed horses and was a nice trial. Now goes back to the 1200 metres at a track that it goes best at, and I think this is way over the odds at 17 or 15 to 1. I think this is an interesting race, maybe from a Quinella point of view. It's had 8 runs at the track, 7 in the money, 10 goes at the distance, 7 in the money. This is its go. This has been probably set for this, and it's the best value bet of the night. The dangers are going to be 9 Golden Harvest and 10 Sichuan Charm, and of the rest, probably 3 Ticing Yeah, and Super Fresh is an interesting one at a big price. If it happens to get to the front and they leave it alone, it could give them something to run down late. And number 7, New Deerfield, goes well fresh, goes well track and distance. Its trial was good. Douglas White's gone onto it, so that's going to be probably drop its price by half what it should be. It should be 10 or 12 to 1, will probably be half that. Ratings wise, I've got the 9 on top just ahead of the 10, and then the 6, Cape Canaveral, the best value, followed by 3, 12, 7 and 8. And we go to the last race. Not much of a race this, 1800 metres. We've seen most of these quite a few times. There'll be 4 or 5 in the betting as expected. Ambassadorship was good coming off a slow tempo, ran on strongly. It's got a winning chance. Lucky Omens, probably very close to winning now. Its first up run was good. Same can be said with number 1, Great and Beyond. Of the rest, 5, Waveform Express. There was good money for this first up, and it's not noted as a first up performer, so goes much better second up. Expect it to run a reasonable race. And the 2, Todos Consuerte, drawn much better here. Looks the likely leader and may give them something to run down. If Emperor Claudius goes with it, then neither of these 2 have got any hope, and the run-ons have got a big advantage, which is going to favour the 4, 6 and 1. Finished up in the ratings, 4 on top from 6 Lucky Omens, 1 Great and Beyond, 5, 9, 7 best of the rest. As I said, it's a interesting card. We're probably going to play Quinella in race 7, depending on what price this horse is tomorrow. Might even be able to find a small parlay into it, or we'll do something there, and we'll be having a go at the TT. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and good luck if you're playing on Wednesday. I don't know whether most of you are aware, Reese has had massive problems with their servers, and form and availability of fields has been very difficult. At this stage, we're lucky we've got the fields for Happy Valley. Didn't get anything else, so might be quiet for the next few days until they sort all that out. Thanks for tuning in, and good luck to everybody for Wednesday.